Now let us see some examples on the motion of a fraying curve. The first example is a heavy particle of weight W attached to a fixed point by a light string describes a circle in a vertical plane. The tension in the string has values mw and nw respectively when the particle is at highest and lowest point in the path, and we have to prove that n equal to m plus 6. Now let m be the particle mass and capital W will be m into g, that is small m equal to capital W upon g. Let O be the fixed point and one end of the string of length A is attached to O. This is a circle and O is fixed point. One end of string is attached to O and at the other end particle is attached. The particle is at P point at any time t, and suppose that V be the velocity at P and angle P1 OP equal to theta. So we have P1 P equal to S. So this lowest point is P1 and at time t the particle is at point P, and this position makes angle theta with the initial position. Now the forces acting are the weight mg and tension in the string along the inward normal direction. Weight will be acting in downward direction. Then from the equation of motion, the equation of motion along the tangent direction will be m d2s by dt square equal to minus mg sin theta. From here we can see that the component of mg along the tangent is mg sin theta, and this is mg sin theta acting in downward direction and tangential direction is upward direction. So here we have taken negative sign. Also we can say that component is opposite to the direction of the motion. Particle is moving from P1 to P. Now the normal component mv square upon a equal to T is the tension along the normal direction, and mg cos theta is the component of weight along this direction. So we have T minus mg cos theta. Also we have S equal to a theta. S is arc length, A is radius and theta is the angle. So we have dv v equal to ds by dt or a d theta by dt, and this implies d2s by d theta square equal to a d2 theta by dt square. Using this in first equation we get this equation. Now again multiplying this by 2a d theta by dt we get the expression for the velocity. Now using initial condition, initially when theta equal to 0 we have velocity v equal to u, so we get the value of c1 and the expression for v square as this one given by equation 4. Now from equation 2 and 4 the tension is given by putting the value of v square. So we have T as given by equation 5. Now the tension at the lowest point is T equal to nw, that is obtained by putting theta equal to 0, and tension at highest point is T equal to mw, that can be obtained by putting theta equal to 180 degree. So putting these values and on simplification we will get n equal to 1 upon ag u square plus ag and m equal to 1 upon ag u square minus 5ag. Now on subtracting this we get n minus m equal to 6, or n equal to m plus 6. That is, we have proved the required result. Again, in the same way, in next example, a particle inside and the lowest point of the fixed hollow sphere of radius a is projected horizontally with velocity and root of 7 by 2 ag. Here initial velocity is given as this one, and show that it will leave the sphere at a height 3 by 2a above the lowest point, and its subsequent path meets the sphere again at the point of projection. Now let the particle is projected from the lowest point with the velocity this one, as we have done in previous example. The equation of motion are this: s equal to a theta, again using this. In first equation we have a d2 theta by dt square equal to minus g sin theta, and multiplying both side by 2a d theta by dt and integrating this, we get this equation. And using the initial condition, when theta equal to 0, velocity is given by this one, we get the value of c1, and putting the value of c1, this is the required expression for the velocity. Now from second and fourth equation, using v square, putting the value of v square, we get the expression for the r. On its implication, it becomes 3mg in bracket 1 by 2 cos theta. Now the particle will leave the sphere at the point p dash where we have theta equal to theta 1. In that case, r equal to 0. So putting r equal to 0, we get cos theta 1 equal to minus 1 by 2, or we have now let angle COP, where is this angle COP? This P1 O P dash. P1 is initial position and P dash is the point where particle leaves the circle sphere. So the angle between these two positions is theta 1, and let the angle between P dash and C, that is the highest point, is alpha. Then from this picture it is clear that alpha plus theta 1 equal to 180 degree. So we can write this as alpha equal to pi minus theta 1, or cos alpha equal to cos pi minus theta 1, or this minus cos theta 1 equal to 1 by 2. So P1D is the vertical distance of P dash from the point P. This is this distance, vertical distance of P dash from the point P1, that is P1D. P1D will be OP1 and OD. So we have OP1 plus OD. OP1 is A and OD is A cos alpha, and so we get A plus cos alpha is A by 1 by 2. So this get A plus A by 2, that is 3 A by 2. So particle leaves the sphere at a height 3A by 2 above the lowest point. And let V1 be the velocity at this point. Then V1 is given by putting the value of theta 1. We get the expression for the velocity as this one. So the particle will leave the sphere at a point P dash with the velocity V1 equal to this one, making an alpha with the horizontal, and then describes a parabolic path. Now the equation of trajectory with respect to p dash x and p dash y as coordinate axes is given by this equation. This is equation for parabolic trajectory. So we have y equal to x tan alpha minus 1 by 2 gx square upon v1 square cos square alpha, and putting the value of alpha here we get the equation 6. So from the figure, for the point P1, x equal to P1 dash d, and P dash d is a sin alpha, or this is a root 3 by 2, and y is minus d P1, so this is minus 3 by 2a. So putting this value x equal to a root 3 by 2 in equation 6, we have y equal to minus 3 by 2a. Hence the particle after leaving the sphere at p dash moves along a parabolic path that meet the sphere again at the point of the projection. This what we have to prove. In same we can do next example. Let's see. Fifth example, particle is placed on the outside of a smooth vertical circle. If the particle starts from a point whose angular distance is alpha from the highest point of the circle, show that it will fly off the curve when cos theta equal to 2 by 3 cos alpha. In same way, let us consider a smooth vertical circle of radius a with a as the highest point, and particle slides down on the outside of the circle starting from rest at a dash. यहाँ से a dash से start किया particle ने, such that angle AOA dash is alpha, angle between the position A and A dash is alpha, and at any time t the particle is at point P and angle AOP is theta, and V is the velocity of the particle at P and arc length is S dash. Now the equation of motion here, direction x along the outward direction, weight downward direction. Now taking components of the weight, we have along tangential direction mg sin theta, and direction and along inward direction mg cos theta. Now in this case the direction of motion and direction of tangential component of the weight both are same, so here we have taken positive sign in first equation, and same way we have second equation. Again taking s equal to a theta, putting this in first equation and multiplying both sides by 2a d theta by dt and integrating and using initial condition. Initial condition is theta equal to alpha and velocity is 0. Initial velocity is 0. So we get c1 equal to 2a g cos alpha. Putting this value of c1, we get the expression for the v square, and using this expression for v square in the second equation, here we obtain the expression for r. Now but when r equal to 0 at the point where the particle flies off the circle, so from this equation we have, putting this r equal to 0, we get cos theta equal to 2 by 3 cos alpha. It is the required result. So in this way you can complete other examples also. Now solve all these questions based on motion on the curve, on plane curve. So this topic is completed. So solve these questions, and if there is any problem you can ask me, and I will send some MCQs based on this chapter. Okay, thank you.